L5R card discussion for you today. And this time we're going to be taking a look at Lion Clan, specifically the Lion Clan cards from the Tears of Amaterasu pack.
Dynasty Pack, yeah.
Pack.
Yeah, if you own, even if you only own one copy of the core set, this could be a really good way to expand your collection a little bit at a bit of a reduced price. And if you maybe you own 3 copies and you've really been diving into the game, this first pack is a good natural next step. And these Dynasty Packs, as with the LCGs, will add a lot to the game in terms of how far you can dive in terms of flexibility, customization, deck building. They really help you just immerse yourself in these games. It's already a game you've really been enjoying.
Well, today we've got 2 Dynasty cards, 1 conflict card. That's exactly what you want to see as a Lion player, knowing that the Lion Clan bids pretty low on the honor dial, so you don't see very many of your conflict cards, so it doesn't really matter as much what they are.
I mean, yeah, you definitely want them to be good if you are just maybe drawing one, but it is nice to get some more Dynasty options, I think. As they might try to push an honor win, if this is kind of the clan to do it. So, first up is the Dynasty card, the Gifted Tactician. Some nice, really nice art there. It is a 2-cost character, 2 military skill, 1 political skill. The traits are Bushi and Commander, so really good traits. Bushi being really important, and Commander something that could be fleshed out some more a little ways down the road. It has 1 glory, which is fine.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, the 1 glory is fine. And then it has a reaction. After this character wins a military conflict, draw 1 card.
I really like the card. Your big weakness as a Lion player is not having very many conflict cards.
Yeah.
Your big strength as a Lion player is winning military conflicts.
And winning the game by honor potentially as well. Which it's addressing both, because now you can more easily bid lower on your honor dial if you have alternative ways
knowing
of
you're
cards.
Still going to have options in
Yeah.
your hand. I think it's a great card. I think the strength is pretty good for a 2-cost card. I don't really think you want to be sending this guy into political conflicts, but it's nice that you have the flexibility to do so.
Oh yeah, I would way rather have the option at least. Even if there's something that you don't necessarily want to do, ultimately you do have to adapt
necessary.
in this game.
Yeah. He's Bushi traded, which is exactly what you want in a Lion deck. There's already going to be a ton of ways to buff him because he has the Bushi trait.
Yeah.
Or ensure he stays in play longer. I really like this card. I think it's one of the stronger cards in the pack.
Yeah, I think in any of the LCGs or even really card games, anytime you see a card that says draw a card, it's something to take note of, as more cards mean more options and more effects that you can trigger, and ultimately that'll really just fuel you towards winning the game.
At a basic level, card games are about cards and resources are a little more static in this game,
which I really like.
There's not built-in ways to ramp up your resources, so if you can ramp up your cards, that's nice. And I mean, on top of it just being generically good to draw a card, for all the reasons we discussed, it's even better to draw a card as a Lion
within
player.
This particular clan. I think this is really good. It's 2-cost. Lion tends to gravitate towards the more low-cost characters.
And it's helping you do that too.
You have that holding that's flipping them over, so you want to play more, so you can flip more and have more options, and flipping your Dynasty cards over, And yeah, I think 2-cost in Lion is really good. That reaction in Lion is really good. It's good at military. It's Bushi. This card really has what you want it to.
Yeah, if you're building a Lion deck, this better be in it. This is a card that you just say, this is an auto-include in a Lion deck.
Yeah, you're probably attacking with it with your stronghold. Now if you use your stronghold, it's now with 3 military already. This is an exceptional card.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a card that just blows you away.
Flavor text: if you are fighting only the present battle, you have already lost the war. Motso, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, his reaction is consistent with the flavor text, which is nice.
Yeah, it's just it's all about strategizing for future conflicts.
And in keeping with the military theme, we've got what looks like an area, a district within a fortified city. You can see the wall kind of behind the building there, the nice white wall. And it's the unique Hito District. It's a +1 strength to your province holding. And as we discussed with the crab, we're suspecting that the limit 1 per deck text on this card is because it is a unique district, and it would just be mind-boggling if you drew multiple, Dynasty cards that are the same unique district, and I think they're just trying to not have that happen.
Yeah, I think just in terms of a game mechanic sense.
So the ability on this card is that political conflicts cannot be declared against this holdings province.
It also has the Imperial trait, which potentially down the road maybe we see search your Dynasty deck for an Imperial holding. I don't know. It's possible. The trait could be relevant. It isn't at this moment, though.
I think your initial reaction to this card is, this is pretty good, because Lion isn't particularly good at winning political conflicts, and this is just protecting one of your provinces from that. But as you think more about the card, it becomes a little less appealing insofar as it's being randomly assigned to one of your provinces. So it's not necessarily going on the province you want protected from a political conflict. So that's already a little meh. That said, it's still protecting one, but they have 3 provinces to still declare political attacks with. Not that hard to play around.
Sorry.
On top of that, as you mentioned off camera, you're clogging up your ability to play a bunch of units per turn if you have this down on your province, taking up a Dynasty card spot. And Lion isn't going to have very many conflict cards, so Lion's units are mostly coming from the Dynasty deck.
Yeah.
And now you're denying yourself an option by this card being there, and you're denying yourself the ability to swarm effectively, which is what Lion wants to do.
Their stronghold becomes better the more characters you have out, because their stronghold is similar to Crab in the sense that with every character you have in that battle, Lion attacker, Crab defender, the stronghold is better and better, its ability. So to get the maximum kind of benefit out of that, you need to have a lot out, and just like the Lion playstyle suits that as well, where you have the cards where like our names will, or for greater glory, where you're adding a fate to all of the attackers when you break the province. All of the Bushi.
Bushi.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, so there is that. The name's escaping me, but it's that holding where you do. I mentioned it earlier, where you flip the 2 cards over. If this is a card you are taking, I really think you should take 3 of the card that flips them.
Yeah, it's got art of a war table or something.
Yeah, it's like some guy analyzing the map.
Commander's tent or something, maybe something to that effect. I think it's the only Lion holding in the core set. So
yeah, if
you're a Lion player, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, even if you're not, you probably ran up against it in your games. And yeah, I think if you are taking this card, you probably want to be taking that, because if this does flip out, suddenly you're down to 3 options to play. If you have that other holding out, yes, it's 2, but if you play both of them, you can flip those cards and have 2 more, so you're back up to 4. I don't think this is a great card, honestly.
No, I don't either. The limit 1 per deck, you're probably not even going to see it, and then it's just taking up deck space.
Really, ultimately, I think it's going to come down to that. It's like the opportunity cost of this could just be another card.
Yeah, do I want 3 copies of my champion, or do I want...
Well, I don't think that's what it's going to be coming down to.
No, but I mean, like, Lion, you want a lot of units in your Dynasty, and if you're substituting out something to put this in, I don't think this is very useful. It's nice art.
Oh, it's really nice art. All of the locations in this game have really nice art. And yeah,
I don't like it.
if this happens to wind up on your shameful display, like, okay, that's awesome, but like it's the, I don't know, it's just the odds of it landing on the province you really want it to are not all that high.
Lion maybe even has an incentive to take the pilgrimage just because you know you're going to lose most political conflicts. So if you can stop the ring effect going off and it has a high strength.
Yeah.
I think Lion maybe has an incentive for the pilgrimage. Lion could go with either.
They have good glory amounts, and I kind of think Shameful Display is a little better. I think they're probably going to go Shameful Display, but they do have... It's not like a 100% clear-cut choice, I think, but Shameful Display is, I would say, the best province in the game at this point.
Oh, I don't disagree. I just think if you know you're going to struggle to defend one challenge type, pilgrimage becomes a little more appealing.
Yeah, I think with the glory count they have, though, I think you still are just going to end up going Shameful Display. But yeah, I see there being a bit of a case for it.
But yeah, back to Hito District. Gifted Tactician was great. I don't think this is very good. So there's balance at least.
Yeah, it's still... You know what? It's something that, like...
It's in the card pool. Maybe someone can have a creative way to use it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's like... It's there. It's a holding. It's interesting. If you are a Lion player, it's something you can at least have the option of experimenting with. As they are getting 3 different cards in this... in the Tears of Amaterasu. So it's, if you really enjoy the Lion and you're picking up this pack, it's another card to experiment with at least.
Although, only 2 of them are Dynasty cards, because this last one is a conflict card, and it's a 0-cost event. Time for War. Seeker roll only, which is great, because Lion, I think, wanted to be seeking out of the core set.
Yeah, they're definitely a more aggressive clan in terms of offense.
So unlike Crane, where the dominant deck was given an alternative, the dominant deck has just been given a new good card.
Yeah.
And this is a good card because the reaction is, after you lose a political conflict, which is probably going to happen as the Lion player,
tends to happen.
Choose a Bushi character you control, so almost any
that's
character.
Almost all of them. Yeah.
Put a weapon attachment with printed cost 3 or lower into play from your hand or conflict discard pile attached to that character. This is great. This is a great card.
This is a great card. It costs 0 again. Like we always say, 0-cost conflict cards. It's really good. You're always going to be able to play this, given that you meet the condition of losing a political conflict. But you're playing the Lion Clan, and if you're a Lion Clan player, you probably are familiar with that happening.
But wait, you say, what if your opponent doesn't declare a political conflict against you? Well, it's okay, because you can just declare a political conflict with a unit that has low political skill, and either you lose it and you play this card, or you win it and you get the ring effect, which is also good.
Kind of seems like
there's no way to lose with this card in your hand.
So what they call a win-win situation.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have a weapon in your hand or discard pile. So
first turn, that may not happen. Once
you know that this card's going in your conflict deck, you got to start finding some additional weapons.
Well, you're already taking 3 fine katanas, and also, like, you have your mulligan, so that if this is the start of the game, you can either A, just mulligan this off the start of the game,
or mulligan everything else to try to pull a weapon.
Yeah.
Another thing worth noting is that this is Let Go is such a good card, and this is almost the counter to that. Okay, you've let go my weapon. Well, now I'm just going to put it back on for my 0.
For my, yeah. That's a good point, because it's, you know what, we've each now traded a 0-cost conflict card for you removing, me putting it back on, and
now I have, like, the two cost attachments in the game are really good. The problem was Let Go takes them off.
Yeah, I like that Lion, and you know what, not just Lion, because it does only cost 1 influence.
Yeah, Unicorn's taking this. I don't think others are, because you do have to lose the political conflict, and the other clans, that's a harder condition to satisfy than for the Lion and the Unicorn players.
But ultimately something that will happen. Like,
yeah,
you are like in the game that your opponent's naturally, if your opponent's playing well, you are ultimately going to lose challenges throughout at certain points of the game.
Yeah, and out of the core set, there was already a strong incentive to spend your influence on Lion cards because Lion have such a good conflict deck.
Yeah.
And the balancing mechanism was that they don't really get to use it because they have to bid low to play the way they want to. But the other clans have a strong incentive to splash those cards because there's a lot of really good Lion conflict cards. And this is just another, so it's just adding to that incentive to mix Lion into your conflict deck.
Yeah, like you noted, I really like this card actually just in Unicorn. Unicorn, you're playing Seeker, almost certainly. You could be playing something else, but
Unicorn are trash at defending.
Yeah,
so
I would say you're probably, if you are a Unicorn player, you're probably playing Seeker. I've played Seeker in all the Unicorn games I've played. I do like the clan, and this is great in Unicorn because you have your Born in War, which costs 2.
And is really good, but then you know it's probably just going to get removed.
And it's like, you know what? If I can put my Born
Although that's not a weapon. That's not a weapon, is the problem.
Shoot, you're right. Okay, there that goes. I was getting excited about that, but that
it's still good in
throws
Unicorn,
water on the fire.
but it doesn't save the Born in War.
Shoot, that was my immediate thought. I'm like, yes, I can use Born in War, but
Crab could take this because you can use the Jade Tetsubo. That one's a weapon.
which also another Crab being another one that isn't all that great at the political challenges, conflicts.
Yeah. No, actually, yeah, you're right. There's definitely space in a Crab deck for this card.
Yeah, you're gonna have 3 katanas. You're
Jade
you
Tetsubo
can take
you now can take, which is a great card that you just didn't really want to take because it was going to get removed.
Yeah, and if you pay 2 for it to just be removed, well, yeah, we've already touched on let go a lot, but it was a problem, and this addresses that. I like that this
It doesn't fully address it because you have to spend influence and it's a conditional card, so let go is still a better card.
Yeah,
But it's good that this card is in the meta.
yeah, I like that they costed it 1 influence. I think they probably at least identified fairly early that more expensive attachments were harder to play competitively in this game, and I think seeing a card like this in the first pack signals to me that they've at least recognized that. I definitely don't think that this card has corrected that by any means, but I think it's nice, and I think it gives you some more options. Is, you know what, maybe I will take that Jade Tetsuba. I'll take the Lion have like the 2-cost banner that had a prominent effect. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, if you're a Lion player, you've gotta love the Tears of Amaterasu. 2 outstanding cards in there, and then you get another one as well. It's a bonus card.
I mean, yeah, like look at Dragon Clan, Crab Clan. They each only got 2 different cards, so you've got your 2 really good ones here. And then even if you think that Hito District isn't all that great, you are still getting another card. Another card is better than nothing at all. It gives you an option. So getting 3 cards really good, and then definitely 2 really good cards. Like Hal said, I think if you're a Lion player, this is Tears of Amaterasu. Check it out.
Yeah, as always, let us know what you think about the cards in the comments. Next time, thank you.